Hello, my gorgeous group ones. Welcome to your reading. Today, we're going to be getting into the topic of what's next in love, the who and the what. So essentially, who's coming in and what will the relationship, situationship, dating, whatever be like with them. Okay, so we're going to get right into it. This deck wants to be used first, so we shall use this one first. At the bottom of the deck already, because it popped up and I saw it, I don't usually look, we have the 10 of Wands. The 10 of Wands is someone who's able to carry a lot at one time. They are also quite resourceful with the things they have to carry, because usually the 10 of Wands is not being carried so like diligently, not so well. It's usually someone who's trying to carry a bunch and is failing at doing it. They're trying to pick up 10 sticks, wands, whatever, and they're like, they can't carry all of them, right? This person found a way to get a satchel, found a way to get all the sticks in it, found a way to get it on their back and carry it up this hill, this mountain, this long distance. I'm assuming they started here and they're all the way here and they seem to be doing well. They don't look weary or put out at all. So someone who's able to carry a lot on their shoulders, you know? So this person could be very busy, but they'll still make time for you. That's kind of what's coming through for me. This person has a very demanding job, but you're still a priority. They still see their family, their friends. They still, have self-care. They're able to kind of do it all, carry it all, and make it look like it's no problem. Okay, so let's see what else is coming through. Please, Spirit, for my group ones. What's coming next in love? The who. So who is coming next in love? Who is this person? Please, Spirit, who is this person that is coming next in love? Wow. We have the 6 of Swords in reverse. Interesting. I just heard someone who's settled. So the 6 of Swords is someone who's going on a journey to find some serenity, some well-being, some peace. This person has found it and now they're kind of settled is kind of what I'm getting from that. So there's no need for them to go finding peace. They've already found peace. It's kind of what I'm getting. The 6 of Wands, like I said, is also a sign of travel. So this person could have just moved somewhere new, right? And they are finally settled. They're no longer feeling the woes of being in a new place. So they could have found some new friends. They got into the groove. They got a new job. And now they know people. They feel a little bit more comfortable in their new routine. Here we have the Well. See, I love using these cards just so some of these cards could come out. We have the Well. And funnily enough, I was thinking about this exact card before the reading started. So that could have been some signifier. The Well is someone who is very deep, someone who's well connected, right, to all things, who's well connected to Earth as well, because this card is associated with Gaia. It came out in another reading. And it's associated with Gaia, which is the Earth, right? And wells, like I was saying in that reading, are very well connected to other wells. They're connected to fresh water sources. They're connected to fresh and new ideas, right? Of the artistic variety, I feel like, with this person specifically, of the emotional variety. This person is like an endless well of emotions or feeling for everyone. They don't ever get exhausted from feeling too much or feeling too little. If that makes sense. How can I better describe that? Someone whose emotions don't overwhelm them. They don't run from their emotions. They feel everything, that kind of thing. They can love endless amounts of people. They don't ever think there's a limit to the amount of connections they can build in their life, right? So like I said, the Well is connected to other freshwater sources, So very well connected, whether in life, in career, whatever. They're close to their family is kind of giving me what this person's giving me, I do believe this person has done all the healing they need to as well. This person is kind of at a really good place in their life right now. They're not really worried about anything. We don't know about money yet, but when it comes to emotions, they're ready for a connection. They have a well of emotions ready to give to people, give to their lover, give to someone, They're not someone who is, like I said, harried, tired, restless, anxious. They're kind of like, my life is finally good. Like I said, I'm finally settled in my job, my career, and I can finally move forward and find, my lover, essentially, right? So they're single and searching. But this is like a very artistic, creative person coming through for sure. And then we have the Lovers. How cute. This is a beautiful card. Just what I said. This person's looking for love. We love that for them. So this person's looking for love. They're looking for the same thing. Your hopefully looking for. So they want to settle down, have kids, get married, whatever that will look like for you and for them. But their heart is open. It's not jaded, it's not scarred. If it was, they've healed that, and now they're like a brand new, fresh person, right? I do believe this person is doing something they love. This well always gives me someone who comes to that well, takes from it, drinks from it, and then goes with the knowledge or the ideas or the creation that they were inspired to do, right? And then I also believe, I didn't even look it up yesterday, I should have, the well is also connected to the creatrix. So this person's a creator of some kind. It doesn't have to be content. It doesn't have to be artists, but it's just something they create and they get from deep inside of them because they're connected to spirit, because water always kind of gives me spirit. You know, when you're following your intuition, following your divine cues, you're very much in flow. You know what I mean? This person's kind of giving me a raging river. You can't really stop them. They could be like very, how can I say it? They're good at getting what they want. You know, it's hard for you to hold them back. A river, once you get caught up in the river, the stream, you're going with the stream or you're going with the river. You can't fight the river. The pull, what is it called? The rush, the whatever is too strong. You know, the current, there it is. It's too strong in the rivers. This person's going to come sweep you up and this person's ready to go fast, I feel like, and not in the unhealthy way, in the way of, I want to settle down now. I'm dating with intention kind of energy, okay? This person is out there dating with intention. They want to find a lover, child. This person could be a Gemini because we have Gemini coming through. But look at how this girl is just sitting there in bliss, you know, waiting to get some kisses from her man, period. Right? And this lavender kind of gives me a very soft, open, feminine energy. And this person's giving red, which is masculine, so the perfect foil to you. I think foil's a bad thing. Hold on. The perfect partner for you. We'll go with that, right? So where you're feminine, they're masculine. Where you're more masculine, they're feminine. I guess we could say that, okay? The perfect match. Let's keep going. Yeah, this person has a lot of love to give. I should have just left it at that instead of trying to over-explain it with the well. Here we have the Ace of Cups. The Ace of Cups. This is a beautiful person. I like them. There's someone who's like very soft. They're definitely giving healthy attachment, right? They're definitely giving, their cup is full and they're ready to give it to somebody else, right? The Ace of Cups came out in reverse, but I felt immediately called to put it upright, and I'm going to go with my immediate intuition, okay? We did establish this person can overextend themselves with the Ten of Wands, but they're able to manage it well, okay? They can have good time management. And they also know how to regulate their own emotions, is a vibe that I'm getting from this person as well. 2 more cards is kind of what I wanted. We have the King of Cups. Absolutely. Yup. Absolutely. This person's really good at regulating their emotions. This is giving me a very hippie, pacifist kind of person. This person could have like longer hair. They could have like a beard. They could have like a beard that connects. I just heard that's important for them. That's, as soon as I heard a beard that connects, that's important for them. And I was going to say that could be important for you, but I'm going to say it to you exactly as I heard it. So a beard that connects could be important for you. You don't want no patchy beards, no. And I do believe there's something, there's some association, a correlation between men who can grow full beards that attach and testosterone. So the more hair you can grow, the more like manly you are, you know, more masculine, I guess you could say. You have more testosterone. We'll leave it at that. We don't want no men out here getting offended, okay? Because I know there's a touchy subject. It's a touchy subject. Men whose beards don't connect. Oh Lord, they do look a little, you know. Anywho, not my business. This is your person. This person's beard connects. They have like a lot of hair. There's a specific creator. They could have like really dark black hair, like where even if they shave, you can still see it because their hair grows really quickly. There was this like one guy on social media. He was like a nurse or something, and he was like, he could grow his hair so quickly. Like even when he shaved, clean shaven, like to the blade to cheek, like you can still see the shadow there because the hair was gonna grow back the next day, child. And that's the kind of person you're giving them, for like very dark hair, a lot of hair. It's giving me a hairy person. So if you're looking for a guy, very hairy. If you're looking for a woman, very hairy. You know, their hair is thick, shocking. It just stands out about them, you know. It could be colored as well. But it's giving healthy. All their follicles are working. I was gonna say overtime, working overtime. But this person does gives me like very chill, laid back, hippie. They don't really, I don't think they harp too much on their physical like looks. They're kind of like, I'm just here, take me or leave me. Not saying they don't wash up or dress well or care about their looks. They're not someone who is overly like attentive with those things. Like if their hair is falling in their eye, they're not going to sit there and keep moving it to make sure their hair is perfectly coiffed. This person doesn't give me, they use like, what do many use, like pomade or whatever to keep their hair back. It's going to be wild and it's going to be unruly, child. If they're a woman, same thing, and ain't nobody got time for that. They too busy doing other stuff. They're not worried about their physical appearance. But I do believe this person is giving me someone who's naturally attractive, right? Whether it's a 10 or a 5 to an 8 to a 7. There are people who are 5s that are very attractive, people who are 10s who are very attractive. You know what I mean? It just depends what you're looking for. But this person overall has a good base to be someone who's very attractive. So you could be getting you a 5, guys. And when you meet them, they're 5. When you get them, you're with them for a little bit, you maybe care more about looks and demeanor and whatever. And you kind of start buying them clothes and saying, maybe you should style your hair like this. And it's never something they really care to do, but they're doing it because they're with you and they want to make you happy. And it also makes them look good and feel a little bit better. So they're going to do it. It's kind of giving me the, what is it called? The black wife effect that was going around on social media for a few months, where they meet a guy that's not black and because they're married to a black woman, the woman like elevates their style and their looks, right? So you may be getting a 5 and turning him into a 10, and then all of a sudden the women are like, who's that? They don't recognize the person because just being on your arm and being with you and being loved by you makes them more attractive. Okay, but let's get into just who this person is, child. We have the 7 of Swords. This person could be quite sneaky, a little mischievous. With Gemini, Mercury got vibes coming through. This person is kind of giving me Hermes energy. I'm being specifically drawn to Hermes from the Percy Jackson universe, so the movies. I can't remember the name of the guy who plays him, but he's played by someone. He also plays the character Castle on ABC, or he did. The show is now, finished, but he played Castle. His character was very much like a detective. He was good at solving murders and crimes. He wasn't a police officer. He wasn't a police officer, but he was good at coming in and solving crimes. He was kind of giving a little bit of a, whatchamacallit, Sherlock Holmes kind of person. And he would come in and help the police solve murders because he was like able to see, I don't know what his gift was, but I only watched the show passingly. I wasn't really watching it from the beginning to know what his specific talent is. Maybe look it up. Castle, ABC, the show. What was his thing? I know he wasn't a cop. He wasn't a detective. He was someone he wrote books. He was a book writer, but he ended up working with the cops somehow, whatever. That's the kind of thing your person does. Like, how did you end up working with the cops or the FBI or whatever? And they're kind of like, I'm just really good at what I do. I'm really good at finding clues, reading people's mind. It's kind of like Criminal Minds, getting to the mind of the person and understanding why they do what they do kind of thing. So maybe like a psychologist he could have been. I don't know. Anyway, Castle's character was very non-serious, very goofy, but also really good at his job. That could be this person, It's that they don't take themselves too seriously is the vibe that's coming through here with your person. The 7 of Swords, though, is a very tricky, mischievous, keeping my business to myself. So this is a very private person, And people could consider them being sneaky or keeping secrets, but it's more so protecting their peace is the vibe that's coming through for your person. Okay? And look at how they're doing with the smirk. This person's good at concealing things, making you see what they want you to see. Like a magician is the vibe that I'm getting. But yeah, there's something here about the way Hermes was portrayed by Lin-Manuel's character and also the shows that is also coming through here. So maybe you're getting a Lin-Manuel character where they're cute. You know what I mean? No one's saying they're a 10 out of 10, but they're very attractive. And Lin-Manuel used to have long hair when he played Hamilton. He was like, a regular, generic, average, attractive person. But if you were to dress him up and actually try, they would be considered way more attractive, That's what's coming through for your person. I don't want to keep going on and on. I'm going to put some cards from this here. Let's see what else can come through. We can get more clarity. Please. Oh, that was quick. So here we have manifest. That's that magician energy coming through. Tell the universe exactly what you want. They are manifesting love right now. And in you know, doing so by proxy, manifesting you. Here we have pregnancy. Jeez Louise. Someone is expecting. Maybe someone in their life is expecting, maybe a sister or something's expecting. Maybe this person could have kids. Who knows? I'm not manifesting that for you, but some people, you know, pregnancy. They could also be creating something. Like I was talking about that creatrix here. If this is a woman, this woman could be pregnant. That's kind of wild, but it happens. You know, I've heard of crazier things. Crazier things have happened. But the creatrix that was coming through in the well, this person is like building something and it's ready to burst, right? So they could have put some time into a new business venture that's going quite well for them now. And now that that is done, now that the hard part is over, they've birthed the baby or whatever, now they can kind of, or not even. Because I feel like after the birth of the baby, that's when things kind of get a little dicey. You get less sleep. Now the baby is your whole life. They're right on the precipice of something going off for them, you know? And that thing could be what helps them meet you, right? Maybe you go to a launch for a new event or something. It's kind of reminding me of I went out with my sister on, what was it, Sunday? It was a last hurrah, a goodbye Halloween. And I think it was also the Day of the Dead. I don't want to say it and mess it up. Dia de los Muertos. Yeah. And I didn't realize it was, but I'm like, okay, more reason for me to be out here, okay? Anyway, we were there, and there was this guy who was like promoting a brand. I forget the name of the brand. I should remember it and, you know, tag him in this video and give them a little bit of sponsor, because he gave me and my sister free drinks shot. He was sitting there looking cute, and he was like, he came over like, oh, can I ask you a question? And he's like, oh, I have 3 drinks that I'm thinking about getting, like a espresso, a spicy margarita, and a Moscow Mule. Like, which one do you think I should get? And then it ended up being, which one should I give you? And I'm like, I don't like Moscow Mules, and I don't like, you know, espressos. Give me the spicy margarita. And it was really good, actually. What was the name of it? I'm going to have to tag him in this video. Because he was like, tell your friends. I'm like, I bet. Okay. What was it? I really did forget. That's crazy. And I'm using my phone, so I can't look it up. Anyway, that's what's coming through. He started up a business, and he's walking around talking to people and, like, you know, interacting with people and saying, hey, you know, tag us and da-da-da-da. I need to remember what the name of it was, but that's kind of what I'm getting. A natural networker. They're naturally good at building connections with people. Like I was saying with that well, there's like, they have endless space, you know, for love and to love. And people do love them. Okay. Oh, another card I almost forgot. We have a liar. Ooh, stop it. Be careful if someone's sneaky. That is that 7 of Swords energy coming through. They could be a little bit of they embellish things. They could be a liar. Watch them come in and say, no, I don't have a girl that's pregnant, and they lying. Just be careful of that, because that's coming through again. 7 of Swords. It could either be someone who's private or someone who's sneaky, okay? So let's move these cards up and get into what the connection will be like with them. Pregnancy. That's a crazy card to come out for who your person is. But the cards have spoken, so I guess. What will the connection with them be like? Please, Spirit. What will the connection, relationship, dating, date, if it's just one date, what will it be like? I'm trying to manifest serious connections for y'all, so let's get into it. At the bottom of the deck, we have the 8 of Wands. So yeah, someone who's coming in quick, hot, fast, and in a hurry. Okay. For my group ones, please, Spirit, for my group ones, what is coming next in love with them? What will the relationship be like? This card wants to fall out. We have the Crown of Cups, King of Cups coming through once again. Love that. I was gonna let it fly by, but I'm like, nah, pick it up and see what it says. Right, so maybe that could be a thing that happens with this person. You may say, nah, I'm not really interested. I'm going to let this one go, let this connection go. And then you pick it back up and you realize, hey, there's actually something here. Okay, I have been doing more readings over on TikTok as well, so you guys can go catch me over there. And there was a reading that I did over there that was kind of like, don't let this connection go when it comes in. You know, don't say, oh, I'm better off single, hot girl summer, city girls type of mentality. That's not going to get you anywhere. Okay, running away from something that could be good. It's not cute, guys. Okay, heal yourself. This person's coming through is somewhat healed. Okay, because no one's ever fully healed, but they are healed enough to be in a healthy connection relationship. You know, so the connection will be very emotionally fulfilling. It will feel emotionally safe. This connection will be a safe haven for you. Okay. Emotional intelligence would be a big thing for you guys. So you're emotionally intelligent, so are they. The next card we have is the Nine of Swords in reverse. Interesting card to come out in reverse. I like that card in reverse, honestly. Okay, the Nine of Swords is someone who worries about a lot of things. There will be no need to worry. That's kind of what I'm saying. There could be something here about you being anxious and run. You're prone to run in connections, okay? When they're not maybe living up to your standards, but it's kind of like people can always adapt. I'm not saying change the person you're with because that's not cute. Trying to change someone, but people can always adapt. They could be malleable or open to, doing things your way if you were to just talk to them about it instead of running as soon as you see one red flag. This is reminding me of the show Nobody Wants This on Netflix. And I think I mentioned this in another reading way back when I first started watching the show, where there's a scene where the girl, I think her name is Joanne or something, the main character gets the ick from the main male character. He does something in front of her family, makes a joke, or comes to the house with like a sweater, or no, he comes with like a tuxedo jacket and jeans or slacks or cargos or whatever. And she's like, no, that's an ick for me. No, I can't do it. And he does something during the dinner with her family that gives her the ick. And she kind of like leaves the house for a minute to get some air. And he follows her out and she's like, I can't do this anymore. I'm breaking up with you. And he's like, whoa, wait, what happened? What did I do? And she explains to him what he did. And then they fix it right there. And then he's like, no, I'm not letting you break up with me or leave me because of this one little thing. We're going to fix it. And he does something to kind of make her unget the ick kind of thing. He like jokes about it or something. But it's just him wearing something and saying a little joke or joking about himself or being the butt of the joke gives her the ick. And he's like, girl, what's going on here? Like, please tell me what is the root of the problem? Like, what's the real problem? And I think it's because he was getting too close to her family and she had problems with her family. Like, issues with her family, deep-seated issues, probably things she knew, things she didn't know, whatever. And him being there and her family was already uncomfortable for her. And then him doing these small little things, maybe lighten the mood or, make it not so serious, was giving her the ick for whatever reason. And she was like, nah, it's done, it's over. And he met her where she was at and said, no, let's talk this through. What is the real problem? They got over it and then now they're still together. Season 2. Love to see it. Okay. So an emotional person, that's kind of what I was saying. This person is more mature. You're the runner usually. And this person is like healthier than you. And they're going to be the person that's like, no, we talk about what's wrong with us. We don't run away. We don't leave. We don't break up with someone because something that they make us uncomfortable. We tell them what happened and we fix it. Okay, that's why there's emotional intelligence here and emotional safety and emotional safe haven for you. Okay, you can tell them whatever you want and they're going to be willing to say, hey, okay, I won't do that anymore. No, I'm not changing for you, but I'm like changing these small little things, like not even changing. What's the better word to use? What's the proper word? I'm altering these things for you, little alterations, So I'm not changing who I am, but now I know that these certain things make you uncomfortable. I'll do them with other people. I may not do them with you. That's not them changing. They're just altering how they act when they're with you because they know that it makes you uncomfortable or, that's kind of what I'm getting. But either way, healthy communication, no running. The 9 of, like I said, swords is like, oh, let me have a son. Oh, my babies, my Shaylas. Oh, so small. I love this. I love this. I love it. Okay. We have the sun, so happiness. You'll be definitely very happy. And I do believe there's something here about healing inner child issues since that whole family scene with Joanne's family was coming through in the show where she was just like very uncomfortable with him coming to meet her family, period. And then she was finding any reason to break up with him because him being there with her family was making her vulnerable, or making her a little bit uncomfortable. She wasn't willing to admit why or face why. And then she said, breaking up with him was easier. And then he's like, nah, we ain't gonna do that. Okay. The sun is also giving me Leo 5th house playful energy. So it's always gonna be fun with you guys, It's gonna be a very fun, playful connection. Maybe you guys heal each other's inner child. Like whenever you're together, you're cracking jokes, you know what I mean? That kind of thing, watching shows together. Like I guess sleepover is going to be like a slumber party with you guys. If you guys end up living together, every night it's a slumber party. You're making it into something fun instead of something that's, oh yeah, we live together, whatever, and now we can get too comfortable. No, every night is a slumber party. You bring your best pajamas, I bring my best pajamas. We have a good time. We talk to each other. That kind of thing is what's coming through for this connection. So copious amounts of slumber parties, movie nights, s'mores, that kind of thing. Maybe like finger paintings, what I just heard as well, sketching, drawing, something around art is coming through here. Fifth house is also dating, so you guys are always going to be dating. Even if you're in the connection, you're going to have date nights, okay? Anything else, fifth house, Leo? There's something here about you guys going to be proud of the connection you built, so pride is coming through. And also, Leos are known for having a lot of heart and being very loyal, so the connection is going to be full of heart and very loyal. You guys are going to be loyal to each other. Loyalty comes above all, right? Also very protective and fierce about the other person, because I'm seeing a lion roar. And lions don't play about their people, their pride, their kids, their mate. They don't play that, especially the female lions. The female freaking mama in any species don't play. Mama bear, lion with the cub, they don't play. Okay? A gorilla and they baby don't do that, right? So it's kind of like that kind of energy where you guys are very protective of each other, okay? At the bottom of the deck, we have Temperance. I felt the need to, I got a peek of it, so like, why not? Temperance is like you guys temper each other. You guys balance each other out. You guys make it work because you may be so different. Like I was saying, this person's the opposite of you. Yeah, that's coming through again. Can we get anything else? Why are these cards like that? Can we get another card, please? Spirit, what will the relationship be like between the two of them? 3, yeah, I did want 6, period. Period. We have the Page of Cups, the 6 of Cups, and the Queen of Cups. The Page of Cups in reverse, that's quite an interesting energy. The Page of Cups in reverse, what could that mean? The Page of Cups upright is a very optimistic, it's a very playful, it's a very childlike kind of energy. The way she's just stepping in this well and having a good old time and not really having to think too hard about something, is an energy coming through here. Is this supposed to be in reverse? Here we have the 6 of Cups. That is that childlike, very playful vibe coming through again. It may feel like a best friend connection with you guys, A best friend connection. This Page of Cups is giving me a little energy of like maybe a younger child or a younger sibling. Something like that is kind of coming through. Maybe this is coming through to say that won't really affect the connection that well. Or this Page of Cups could be representing both of you, You don't always have to be serious or that kind of thing, but Page of Cups in reverse, interesting. I wonder if the book has some sort of explanation for that. Let's see. For the Page of Cups in reverse, Wands, Cups, they'll be in the back. It doesn't say. Oh, it doesn't have them in reverse. Oh, there's like a bunch of different meanings. Are these all different goddesses? Really? No. Okay, this is showing the evolution of one particular goddess, I believe. Is that right? Maybe. But they're talking about 𝐓𝐈𝐿𝐿𝐿 here, and she's like an African goddess, one of them. She's the Yoruba goddess of water. She's a child, and in the form of a stream, a little brook that flows. Here, hold on. The 𝐓𝐈𝐿𝐿, the Yoruba goddess of water, is a child here in the form of a stream, a little brook that flows light, clear, and pure. Okay. The experience the Page of Cups is launching is engaging, romantic, and passionate. And this figure echoes the purity of childhood, innocence, naivety, and candor. She is someone who starts her journey with blessing in her heart, aware that there will be difficult moments, but convinced that she can overcome everything with levity, dedication, and emotion. You know what? This Page of Cups is supposed to be upright, right? I say it all the time. I don't get a message clear right away. That means it's meant to be upright. But yeah, there's something here about, especially because I was talking about all this childlike energy and innocence coming through in this connection. That's also what the sun represents as well. Because it is usually depicted by a child riding on a horse, carefree and light. So nothing to worry about. So this connection will make you feel very free. But the 6 of Cups is definitely giving like a soulmate connection. Past life connection as well. I always think of the Six of Cups like a soulmate card, meeting someone who you feel like you've known before, you've met in another life. It's reminding you of being comfortable in the way you would be with like a best friend, you know? So that's kind of coming through again. And then not only did the King of Cups come out, we now have the Queen of Cups coming out. So that's definitely something. Emotions, emotions, emotions. This person may help you heal that part of you. Maybe that's why we have the Page of Cups in reverse. This person may help you be a little less childish, even though the connection is kind of childish in and of itself. I don't know how to describe that. Maybe being less immature, maybe. You're seeing things like, not clearer. That's not what I'm trying to say. You're seeing a different perspective. I guess we can say you're seeing a different perspective. Your things are more playful. They're light. They're not, too serious, that kind of thing. Let's get some cards from this deck here and see what's coming through for the connection between you guys. It's definitely giving a very psychic connection with all of these cups. A very psychic connection, a very warm connection, full of laughter, full of love. Oh, so small. I love this. The Queen of Cups is also someone who's quite selfish. She's someone who's quite comforting. You know what I mean? She cultivates that in her connections. She wants to make sure everyone is well taken care of. So I do believe you guys are going to be a perfect match. You will be the Queen of Cups to their King of Cups, or the King of Cups to their Queen of Cups is the vibe coming through. And then you guys may have a child together, which is coming through as the Page of Cups, because then we already did have pregnancy. See, that makes sense. Or maybe one of you is already coming to this connection with a child. Take what resonates for you, okay? But that's coming through. I love that we have dang near all the cups here. All the cups here. Okay, anything else is coming through? This is going to be very caring. This person's going to like cater to you. I do believe mostly emotionally, but also like when it comes to other things. This person will cook for you. This person will clean for you. They're like, I'm hearing the part in the marriage vows where it says through sickness and in health. They will make soup for you if you guys live together. If you don't, once you tell them you're sick, they will bring over some soup for you, that kind of thing. Very caring, very loving. They want to dote on someone, take care of someone. And they could have practiced because they have a kid already. That could be coming through. But for my group ones, please Spirit, for my group ones, what will this relationship or this connection be like with this person that's coming next in love? For my group ones, please Spirit. It's going to be very soft, very safe, caring. We have the past, releasing, rebirth, spring. That makes a lot of sense as well. It says, and so I listened, as my soul told me to let the past go, so that I may awaken to how much I have grown. This connection will help you realize how much you've really grown as a person. Maybe you'll cry more, but you're blooming into something that's more soft, more pretty, more feminine. Like I was saying with that Lover card up here, this person is so masculine, you have no choice but to be near feminine. They're not going to allow you to pick up a finger. They're not going to allow you to touch your door. They're not going to allow you to pay the check. If you're my feminines watching, if you are someone who's a masculine, your feminine is not going to allow you to lift a finger at the house. She's going to be cooking for you, making sure you're good. That kind of thing is coming through traditional roles. But it's like this is like a very like high level soulmate, guys, that's coming through, because there's so much peace and healing here. Like I just like my chest feels so warm right now. It's just like there's no words I can use honestly to describe how warm and safe and beautiful this is gonna feel, This could be the one, you know what I mean? It's giving me that scene from Frozen. What if I find the one? She was so excited because she was so used to being cooped up in her house by herself, on her own, no one to play with her, very lonely existence. But she was still this very giddy, bubbly person. You know what I mean? No matter what she went through. Anna, from Frozen. Like, she grew up with no sister. Her sister kind of abandoned her because of her own issues. Yeah, whatever, I understand. But still, her parents were gone. She grew up just in the castle. They're lonely, with just the portrait to talk to, because no one was even there to help them or serve them, because, Elsa was afraid that she was going to free someone or something like that, And And it's definitely giving me, you're going to feel how much, you're going to feel yourself healing. You're going to look back one day and say, wow, who was that person that used to be jaded, who used to be mean, who used to be angry, who used to cut people off without even an explanation, who used to run from this kind of feeling. Now this person will give you no choice but to relent, to submit to certain things. You know what I mean? Like I said, you're not touching your wallet when you're with them. You're not, what is it called? Opening your own door. They're bringing you flowers, lots of date nights, that kind of thing. Words of affirmation could be a thing, like lots of affection as well. The cups is like a very affectionate energy as well. Playful affection, that kind of thing. Then we also have the protectress. Yeah, this person's going to be like a fierce lion or lioness, protecting how lions also protect their mate's left. The lioness protects the lion's left. She protects his vulnerable side, you know? It says your energy is valuable, protect it well. The protectress, strength, boundaries, and the amulet. Then where's the liar coming from? That's interesting. And then at the bottom, we have the Forbidden Forest. This is the first time I'm seeing this card. Wow. Bravery, persistence, and redemption. Maybe as soon as I ask about the lying, maybe this person used to be a liar. And they've healed. Like I said, if this person has had issues, they're not perfect, but they're still healing, you know? You are so brave to keep on going the way you do. Oh, this is beautiful. And look, there's a portal opening in front of them because of all the work they've been doing. Just put that up there. Anything else that wants to come through this deck for the relationship between them? Please, Spirit, the connection between the two of them. My group ones and this person coming through. What can they expect? We have an air sign coming through, which is Gemini. That was also coming through. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. And then we have intuition. It says, the red flags you ignore now will come back to bite later. So I guess follow your intuition. People can come off as being perfect in a tarot reading. I'm not going to pick up on every single aspect of this person's personality. But if they are a liar, you have every right to leave, guys. If they're not telling you the truth, they're not being, transparent, forthcoming, it's time for you to go. Or maybe you're not being transparent, Just take a resonance for you guys, right? And just remember that disconnection. But I do believe this is a strong soulmate bond. Or at least you're going to have a lot of healing through this person. And the next person you may end up with can be like the person, but I'm getting a good vibe from this person, honestly. You guys are divine counterparts because we have the Queen of Cups and then the King of Cups. So I don't understand what this intuition, the red flags you follow. I just think, like I said, this has like a lot of psychic energy in this connection. Like you can read each other's mind. This person is very empathic, and so are you. And it's like two givers coming together. You want to give in one way, they want to give in another way. And you guys find a way to balance that out. I don't know. Interesting. Yeah. Okay. Hold on. I wonder if I can find Behave Yourself. I'm essentially done. I just want to see if there's an explanation for the Page of Cups in this other deck. Oh boy. Do they have reverse? They do have reverse meanings. I just want to see what it says for the Page of Cups reverse here, because that just keeps nagging at me. Page of Cups in this deck reversed is immaturity, insecurity, apathy, and impulsiveness. So that did come out in reverse. Maybe there's a child that may be that way. That could test the connection, but that could also be your person. But I don't know, because we had the Queen of Cups and the King of Cups come through for the relationship. So why would that one card be? This person could maybe not think things through all the way. That could be their one fatal flaw. They're a little insecure sometimes, especially if they're coming through meeting you as like a 5 and you're going to gradually turn them into a 10. They could be a little insecure. Okay, I'm gonna leave it at that. Or they're just impulsive in general, right? They don't really think before they do stuff. And that could be a good thing and a bad thing. It really just depends. But I'm going to leave your reading right here. I hope it resonated. If it did, feel free to like, comment, subscribe, join the tribe. We'd love to have you. If you would ever like to book a personal reading with me, you can always do so using my email in the description box below. Hype the video if you feel called to do so. And as always, I will see you gorgeous people in the next one. Mwah. Bye. Hello, my gorgeous group 2s. Welcome to your reading. Today, we're going to be getting into what's next in love for my singles, okay? So who will be coming in and what will it be like with them when they come in and you establish your little connection or whatever? Okay, let's get straight into it. I'm using 2 different tarot decks for each section. So, you know, if there are any repeats I want to come through. Oh, this is so cute. On the computer, they said this day in history, Barack Obama was elected the first Black president in the U.S. Did that happen today? Was it the election? Oh, such good times. Take me back. Take me back, guys. Take me back. So maybe your person is into politics, or they're very nostalgic. They're very sentimental, right? Because I'm just like, I miss Obama and them up in that White House now. Because what's going on in the world right now is, light years away from what it used to be. And I'm like, take me back. I thought it was ghetto then. I didn't know it was in store. Okay, just I tell you, hindsight is 2020. You be complaining about what's happening in the moment, not knowing that it can get 20 times worse. Like, we were not thinking that Trump was going to be in this White House back when Obama was elected. It's crazy. It's blasphemy. It's ridiculous. Okay? If you voted for him, sorry, not sorry, because I see what that man doing right now. Come on now. But anyway, it's not political. It's not getting political. Your person could be political, though. Because that's why it's coming through. But, Obama, we miss you. Just know that if you're watching this video. We miss you. Okay? Who are you calling into love? You have 9 of Pentacles. Someone who is very comfortable in who they are. Someone who's very safe. Someone who's very secure. They love themselves. They love their life. Okay, they have planted a lot of seeds in their life. And they've seen a lot of wealth and success. They could have a successful vineyard. They could plant. They could have a farm as well. Because we have her tending to her little, grapes to make her wine. So they can have a business, okay? We have the 4 of Wands. Wow, these are powerful cards right off the bat. The powerful cards, the 4 of Wands, and I just saw 222. So, yeah, this person is a really good partner. They could have a partner in business. That's something that's definitely coming through, right? This is like giving like ranch business, wine business. Is giving me, I'm seeing Ian Somerhalder and Paul Wesley, how they have like a brothers bourbon or whatever. They have like a business they started together that's like, I feel like everybody's going that route. Like wine, alcohol, whatever that thing is coming through. Even Tom Holland, Zendaya's, fiance. That's what I know him as. Zendaya's fiance, okay? He like started his own beer that's not beer company. And I'm just like, if it's not beer, then why are you selling it? People be doing stuff to do stuff, child. This person could have like a lot of ideas of things they want to do, and they just want to have their toe in every little thing, But they could come from a wine family, maybe Napa Valley. That's like where they do the wine, right? That kind of thing. I'm also hearing craft country. Quite interesting. Wow. Isn't that the creepy show on television? I don't watch those kinds of shows, okay? But anywho, yeah, that's coming through. With the 4 of Wands is also still kind of, this person kind of like, they grew up in the church is the kind of energy this person's coming through as. They're giving an Obama figure where they have some sense of like, they're established in some kind of way, When we thought of Obama when he first came out, he was someone who was very well spoken, someone with like a very cool, calm demeanor. You were immediately attracted to him. You didn't know why you were. He like spoke with conviction. You know what I mean? His voice was also very like sure and strong as well. This person could have like all those things going for them. This person could have gone to school, Ivy League, They're on like the fast track to success is kind of what I'm getting. If they don't have it now, it's like on the way for them really quickly or very soon, okay? Even maybe by the time you meet them. But the 4 of Wands is definitely an energy of celebration. It's like the fruits of your labor. I kind of feel like things that you have been putting a lot of effort and work into are finally like, balancing out and coming back into your life, okay? You're celebrating something. So this person has a lot to celebrate in their life, especially when it comes to Pentacles, which is work and money and home life, okay? So they're very established in that front. They could also just have bought a new house, because this is kind of giving me a new house, even though it is church. It's giving altar, church kind of thing. This person could be big in the church if that's something that you're looking for. Whether it's something you're looking for or not, it's coming through, okay? So we have the Queen of Wands. So yeah, it's definitely very much giving this person could be like politician-y. Like they know how to get big, huge masses of people on their side, like investing in their company, you know what I mean, coming to their events, and like just having those people there is giving their business some clout kind of thing. They're very good at getting what they want in that way. They're very good at making connections, like business connections is kind of what I'm getting. Here we have the Nine of Wands, so perseverance. This person does not give up. This person could be good at fighting. This person could be a fighter because this thing around their head is kind of giving me like a boxing. This person could be a really good athlete, or they're like, I'm getting they're very lean and lithe. They're in good shape is something that's coming through. And then we have like a lot of wands. Wow. Yeah, very passionate individual, fire sign. Very adamant in getting what they want. Very schmormy. You know, is that the word schmormy, smormy, where they like to rub elbows with the rich and famous and, you know, drink wine and ha ha ha. They have like a rich laugh. Is the energy coming through? They love networking, being at galas and foundations and what is it called, charity balls, and this is giving like a little socialite vibes. Your person, but I feel like they have to do that stuff to rub elbows with people who can continue investing in them or get their, I guess, idea or business out there into the world. They have to do that schmormy, you know, politician speech spiel, you know, where they gotta sell you. They gotta, are you buying what I'm selling? Is kind of the thing that's coming through. This person has to make these people buy what they're selling. So they have that politician, salesman, car salesman kind of energy. They're good at selling themselves and their product, whatever those products may be. Okay. What else can you tell me about group 2's person? The cards are quite talkative. We have the Eight of Cups. I'm hearing this person doesn't run from confrontation. When things don't go their way, they don't run. Okay. The Eight of Cups is an energy about, okay, we have this one that definitely wants to come out. And we have the Two of Swords. Okay, what card is this? I'm just curious. The Six of Swords in reverse also came out for group 1. The Six of Swords in reverse. Okay, so we have, get all these cards out where I can see all of them. Okay. So Queen of Wands, someone's very confident, self-assured, maybe a little cocky is what I'm getting. They know that they are attractive. They know that they have a good suit. They know that they have a good body, that the suit is hugging them in all the right places, that they put on the perfect spritz of cologne. Very calculated kind of person. The Queen of Wands is that kind of energy, but I'm getting it more in like a male way where she does what she has to, does herself up and makes herself look really good and sells you a good game and talks a good game kind of thing to get you to believe in what she's selling or buy what she's selling kind of thing. This person's very much giving that, okay? Whatever that will mean for you or however that comes through to you, whether it's a good thing or a bad thing, it's coming through, period, okay? Like I said, Nine of Pentacles, very, like, you know, stable, very comfortable, right? Successful. The Nine of Pentacles is my 30, flirty, and thriving card where you're in your bachelorette phase in life where the only thing that's kind of missing is the love, you know? Everything else seems to be going quite well. People could ask this person a lot, like when you're going to settle down, when you're going to get married, when you're going to have kids, that kind of thing, because everything else seems to be going right. The only thing they're missing in their life is love, you know, which would then lead to the Ten of Pentacles, which is the happy home and life and married couple vibe, right? So this person has everything else together. The only thing they're lacking in their life is love, especially if this person is like wants to be a politician. I feel like that's the one thing people are waiting for them to do, or the only reason why they would doubt them, because it's kind of the whole stereotype of the politician has to be married with kids and happy home, happy life, you know, that kind of thing in order for people to trust them. There's like something about that, whether people care about that in their own lives or not. If you're a politician, you have to have a happy wife, happy life, and great kids, and smile and wave for the cameras, giving, you know, cookie cutter kind of energy. That's what I'm getting with this person. I feel like they either came from that kind of life or that's the kind of life they want, or people are expecting from them, you know. But I do believe they do want love, because you have the Four of Wands coming through here. They do want marriage. They do believe in marriage. They do believe in like commitment and long-term goals and the white picket fence kind of energy. That's what I'm getting from the Four of Wands. Like I said, they could have grown up in the church or you know, started off there. They could be very religious. I'm hearing worldly as well. They're very worldly. But stability is definitely coming through. They will be a stable partner. There's someone who is worth investing in as a partner, is what I just heard. Yeah, this person speaks in like business terms, like I'm worth investing in. Like, shut, be quiet. Okay, what are you talking about? You're worth investing in. This is not a business arrangement. This is a romantic connection, a relationship here. Okay, they can have that mentality where it's hard for them to turn off their work brain, right? But the Queen of Wands is very convincing, very beguiling, very tempting, and this person is coming through as that as well. Nine of Wands, they're good at fighting for what they want. They don't give up easily. They're definitely a tussler, you know. Someone who will go to like certain extents or certain lengths to get what they want. It's kind of like giving a smear campaign. This person is definitely the kind of person that will launch a smear campaign against their opponent just to get what they want, whether their opponent is those things or not, you know. It's kind of giving that vibe. And it's funny how I was mentioning Trump, and like he was ready to do anything to get up in the White House again. Like, you was in there once, you would think that would be enough for him. You want to go back in. Like, it's crazy to me. But that kind of energy, not giving up, not taking defeat, not lying down and saying, yeah, I lost, it's fine. Like, Trump said, no, I'm going again. Lo and behold, he won again. Child, the ghetto. Six of Wands in reverse and the Eight of Cups in reverse are kind of giving me the same energy. They're both about moving forward and kind of walking away from the past, leaving something behind, and they're both in reverse. So this person, like I said, may have fierce loyalties to people in their past, or they have a hard time maybe letting go of their past and moving on. They could hold grudges, could be a thing coming through. Because the Eight of Cups is saying, nah, this ain't good enough for me. I'm going to go find something better. And this person is like, no, I can make this better. There's no need for me. I can work with this, you know? There's no need for me to move on and get my Nine of Cups, because I'll make this my Nine of Cups whether I move on from this or not. So, for example, okay, you have a machine that refuses to work. This person's very stubborn. That's coming through clear. This machine is not, you know, built properly to do what this person wants it to do. And instead of them like leaving and starting over from scratch or finding another machine or a person that can do the job for them, they're going to be like, no, I can make this work. This machine will do what I want it to do, despite what everyone is saying the machine can't do. So that kind of thing, you know? And it works for them, I feel like. They have like a very intricate mind. They're able to make things work. This person could be an engineer, where other people are kind of like, I can never be able to make this machine work. It's broken. It's like beyond repair. They're like, no, it'll work. I'll do it, you know? And they do it, right? We have the Two of Swords. That, you know, leads me to the Two of Swords of them being very decisive. When they set their mind to something, it's going to happen. Sorry, the cards are, you can't see them enough. And it's funny that I'm talking about all this politics stuff in today's voting day. I have to go vote. It's the election for the New York mayor. And I'm like, who do we vote for? Cuomo or Mamdani? My friend, before she left work, she was like, he's talking a big game, Mamdani. He's talking about freezing rent. He's talking about free public transportation. I'm like, yeah, we want to hear that as New Yorkers, but is it possible? It's the thing. They make it seem like you have to do it, and it's so necessary to keep the city moving. Wherever you go in New York City, where there's MTA or where there's like trains or buses, we need you to keep the city running. Stop evading fare. And I'm like, don't piss me off. Because it's about to be $3 to ride these dusty, musty, crusty trains. Like, don't tell me that. Because I'm going to walk everywhere. I'm going to stay in the hizzy. Like, I'm going to be in the house. You're not going to find me outside. Or I'm going to find another form of transportation. Like, because it's crazy how much they want for the conditions that we're meant to ride in. The trains are still being delayed. The trains are still, coming into issues. Like, it's all these things that are happening, but you want us to pay more for something that's already flawed and just dirty. Like, don't piss me off, Your person is very much into the intricate details, you know what I mean? They're a fixer. That can be their job, literally. They could be a politician, they're meant to fix things, or their job in the company or their company is like a fixer company, that kind of thing, I'm also hearing like publicity, media, mogul kind of stuff. This person has like a high power job, or like I said, they rub elbows with the rich and famous. Let's see what else is coming through for your person. Your person has a good poker face. it may be kind of hard to tell how they're feeling or what they're feeling at any given time. And that's because based on their job or profession, that's like important to have a strong poker face. What else can you tell me about my group 2's next person in love? Or do we have any zodiac signs coming through? No, not really. I do know the Nine of Pentacles is Virgo in Venus or something like that. Venus in Virgo, right? The Queen of Wands is Aries, Leo, Sag. And I do believe this person is like fire sign energy, because fire signs are quite popular for their like bravado, their chutzpah, their machismo, their, what's the word I'm looking for? Audacity. And the card fell out at that. Here we have gambling. And I was talking about poker face. That's crazy. Yeah. Problems with addiction or gambling, bad finances. I'm not really getting that from this person. They could have problems with addiction and gambling, but I'm not getting that they have bad finances. But I mean, being bad at finances is different from having bad finances. You know, being bad at saving money and doing this and that. But I think this person's really good at that. I don't know. But it's coming through, so, you know, maybe beware, maybe for some of you. But the Nine of Pentacles is the complete opposite of this. They're not bad at finances at all. They have a really good business regimen. Maybe in their personal life, they spend more than they have or something like that. Maybe appearances, like keeping up appearances is important to them. Here we have cycles, fate, karma, something ending, something beginning. Interesting. This person could be in a very like transitionary period in their life. They're moving on from being one thing and moving on to being something else. And maybe these cards were meant to be upright for that reason, with cycles, endings, and beginnings. The Eight of Cups is moving on and making things better. The Six of Swords is moving from troubled water into smooth sailing seas, you know, into more calmer seas. So that can be coming through as well if the cards are meant to be upright. But there's something here about fate, karma, having a hand in their life right now. Anything else coming through for their future person? We have honeymoon. Interesting spread of cards. Honeymoon phase, attending someone's wedding. This person could be attending someone's wedding, especially because we have the Four of Wands coming through and it has an altar and right in the middle of it is a church. But yeah, this person's going to weddings and their friends like, yeah, bro, they dapped up their friends. When you gonna find someone? They're always it's giving always the bridesmaid, never the bride. And this person's like, yo, where's my person? Like, I'm looking out here. I want that. I'm seeing my friends get married and they're happy. And I'm the last one hanging, you know? I'm the lone survivor, the lone bachelor, bachelorette. Like, what's up? You know what I mean? Especially if this is a woman coming through. Maybe you have a little bit of like a, what you want to call it, a shopaholic on your hands. That's what I'm kind of getting from gambling. They spend a lot of money. They shop a lot. So even if they do have a lot of money, they spend a lot of it as well, you know? And that's not good for if you want to keep your money. Because what was my sister saying the other day? It's like a very well-known saying, like the rich people stay rich because they don't want to spend money, right? It's kind of giving this person. They don't stay rich because they like spending too much money. So they can have a really good job, but they spend a lot of their money, you know? That's funny to me. Okay, anything else about their person? Anything else coming through? Yeah, they're very stubborn, very hard-headed. Like to get their way. This person could be in the process of like moving somewhere. There's actually a card in this deck about moving. Anything else you would tell me about their partner? Anything you would tell me about their partner? I thought we got a lot. That's enough. Let's move on. At the bottom of the deck for this deck, we have intimacy. Ooh, sexual chemistry reminiscing. Yeah, they're a very attractive person. We have that with the Queen of Wands. Yeah. They'll satisfy you in the bedroom. That's one thing. They have prowess. Okay. Let's take it out and put it here. Why not? They have prowess. You're going to be attracted to them. You're going to be wanting to do the do, okay? Anything else? Yes, we're going to move these up and get into what will the connection be like between you guys. I'm excited for this part. Piss me off. This person may get on your nerves. So I feel like I've been saying that a lot. That's my new saying. I have a new saying every few months. And my new saying recently has been, don't piss me off. Okay. So this person could like get on your nerves a lot. You know what I mean? But like a very like, this person's so annoying kind of way, but you still like them. It's not in a way that's going to make you not attracted to them or not want to be with them. It's just like, oh, don't piss me off. Like, you know, like you're rolling your eyes and laughing because this person's like so annoying or so charming. You're kind of like, leave me alone, you know? That kind of thing is what's coming through for you guys. For my group 2s, please spirit, what will the connection between them be like? We have the Ten of Swords in reverse. Interesting. The Ten of Swords is like about betrayal, not being able to trust someone because someone you trusted like stabbed you in the back. It's also about painful endings. So that is like, this person could be going through a painful ending, or this person may bring up triggers of a painful ending you kind of went through, especially if they're giving F-boy, F-girl tendencies, which can come through in the Eight of Wands, right? But the Eight of Wands came through upright, so it's giving someone who may be a reformed player or a reformed bad boy, and something that they say, they do, how they act can kind of like trigger you, or maybe just how they look or something like that, kind of, or something they say, you know, that someone from your past used to say, and it kind of like brings up old memories, okay? This person's still in the process of healing something, some toxicity, some irresponsibilities, I guess you could say as well, especially with this gambling and bad finances. They're in the process of like a big change, or they're working really hard at work. There's a big project they're working on, and that may trigger you in some kind of way because a past person would tell you, oh, I'm busy with work. When this person says that they may be truthful about being busy about work, but the last person was saying it and cheating on you, that kind of thing, triggers may arise in this connection that may make you like relive a past connection. But let's see what comes, what else we can get. What will the connection be giving, please? We have the Two of Wands. Yeah, new horizons, exploring new horizons. There's something you'll be experiencing with this person you haven't experienced before. It could be travel. It could be like making important decisions with a partner about where you're going to live, what you're going to do, how you're going to balance life. And if they're working a lot and they have to travel a lot for work, how you guys going to be together? Are you going to be traveling with them? Important decisions are going to be made, okay? I'm hearing decisions are happening over dinner in Hamilton when he had that, not reservation, period. This person's going to be booking reservations. I'm telling y'all, this person's going to be doing all that. They're a showy kind of person, for sure. Especially being a fire sign, they want to show off, show off their wealth. But anyway, decisions are happening over dinner in Hamilton is when he was having that dinner with Thomas Jefferson and James Madison to figure out where the capital was going to be. And in return of putting the capital wherever closer to them, he got control of all the banks, you know. Very savvy, this person, because after that after that meeting, right, there's something that Burr says in the song that says, he says, they got the capital, but the pièce de résistance was, he has all the control, something about the banks there. But anyway, basically Hamilton was able to convince them that them having control of the capital was a good enough exchange for him having control of all the banks in the States. So he's kind of like, I wanted what I got. Come on now, why is it not coming through? You have all the banks, they're in the same spot. You got more than you gave. And he's like, you got more than you gave, and I wanted what I got. When you got skin in the game, you play in the game, but you don't get a say unless you play in the game. Yes, you get love for it, you get hate for it, you get nothing if you wait for it. You know what I mean? I want to build something that's gonna outlive me. What do you fall for? What do you fall for if you stand for nothing, Burr? What do you fall for? And then he says, I want to be in the room where it happens, right? So your person's giving the Hamilton where he's going into these meetings and getting more than what he gave and coming out saying, when you got skin in the game, you stay in the game. But you don't get a say unless you play in the game. This person is used to doing everything for themselves and making all the decisions and being strategic. When you're in a connection, a relationship, you can't do that. It has to be about what's the best for us. What are we going to do? And this person's used to it being me, with the Nine of Pentacles coming through here. They're going to have to learn how to be a we. Okay? Oh, that is so funny. That song is coming through by, what is it, Jeremiah? There's no we without you and I. But he's talking about the we, the French word, we. And I think the French word is yes, that's we. But he's like, there's no we without you and I. Very clever play on words there. Love it. Love that song. It's such a cute song. But yeah, your person's giving that to Stephen Hamilton. And they're going to have to learn how to give more and compromise with this Two of Wands, where we're making decisions for everyone, for both of us, not just for you. We're not doing what works for you. We're doing what works for us. They're going to have a hard time with that, right? And like I said, it's going to be like a big transition this person's going to be going through. Learning how to compromise, okay? The Two of Wands is also about like discovery, setting sail to explore new lands and horizons, right? Making plans. So that's something that's going to be going on a lot in this connection. Besides, compromise, like making plans for the future. Where are we gonna live? Are we gonna stay here? Are we gonna go there? Like what's up? What's what? The Four of Cups in reverse. I love this in reverse because it means your person's gonna be chalanting, where before they may have nonchalanted quite hard in past connections or situationships or relationships. They nonchalanted themselves into being single. And that is like also coming back to what I was saying about them having to learn how to compromise, where before it was just like, no, it's all about me. I don't love you enough or care about you enough to change my entire schedule or my entire life. But then when something comes up, they're going to have to talk to you about it because they can't see their life without you. So if they want to move their corporation to another state, and you're in the state that you guys are in, and they want to move somewhere else, you're going to have to compromise. You know what I mean? But be careful with this person. Because like I was saying in that meeting with Hamilton, Thomas Jefferson, and Madison, Hamilton came up with more than he gave. So just be careful. This person is very strategic, very savvy, business savvy. Like I said, a slimy politician. They know what to say to win. Okay? And they don't always hold their end of the bargain. But this person's going to be chalanting for you quite hard. That was funny. We have the Six of Cups in reverse. This is an interesting card to come out in reverse. Can I have a clarifier for the Six of Cups? That was fast, Lord. We have the Crown of Pentacles. I do believe this may be more of a business partnership between you guys, because the Six of Cups is an energy of we're friends and, soulmate vibes and all is peachy and playful and cute. This is giving we're business. We're all business, especially with it being clarified by the King of Pentacles. It's definitely giving someone who can be a little bit of a totalitarian. They want everything to go their way. And it's going to be a struggle. It's going to be a tug of war in the connection. I don't know how long this is going to last, you guys. To be completely honest, it just depends if you guys are able to learn how to compromise. But this King of Pentacles is definitely giving my way or the highway kind of energy. And the Six of Cups is how some couples start off as friends and then they become best friends. This is giving more of the friendship between you guys is not strong, if that makes sense. This person just gonna be a little selfish, honestly. But the connection between you guys is not a friendship first and we're best friends and, I'm going to take into consideration what my best friend wants. Is more so, this is my lover, then I have my career, then I have my boys, and I have my girls. And it's giving a separate life, if that makes sense. A little bit of a coldness to it, a chilliness. The King of Pentacles is a homemaker. He wants to make sure everyone is comfortable, but there's a little bit of a detachment there, if that makes sense. Let me get more cards for what the connection will be like. It's two completely different worlds coming together and trying to make things work. Where you're more emotional, this person's more practical is kind of what I'm getting, Where you're more sentimental, this person's more not sentimental. But I was also getting they are sentimental in the beginning, so take what resonates for you. That could have been your energy coming through, or maybe I just miss Obama. You never know. You have the Queen of Wands coming through again. Yeah, Pride and Six of Swords coming through upright. See, where in their life The Six of Swords was coming through in reverse, you know, being stuck, not moving forward. Here it's coming through as peace. So maybe they find, or you guys find, that equilibrium in the connection because things are no longer like turbulent. They're even. And some of you may be doing more of the work than this person, because there's this woman here who is rowing the boat, and then this one person who's just sitting there doing nothing. So it may take a lot of work for this connection to get where you want it to go. I kind of feel like is what's coming through, or where you guys both want it to go. A lot of compromise, talks, like business meetings. It's kind of giving me the meeting between Anastasia and Christian Grey in the books, right? 50 Shades of Grey, where he wants her to agree to be basically his SEX slave child. And she's like, why am I signing these things? I'm not familiar with this dynamic. I need to learn more about it. He buys her a computer. He gives her everything she needs. And he tries to be so detached with her. Like, this is not love. I'm not into the romance and flowers thing. I F hard. Like, Christian, shut up. Yo. When I read that in the book, I'm like, what? Who are you talking to? Like, if I was Anna, you would have got slapped. Because what do you mean you F hard? You don't do hearts and flowers. You better learn. Anyway, that's kind of what I'm getting here. It's a business transaction. He wanted her to sign a contract. She was sleep in her own room. He was sleep in his own room. He didn't want their life to mingle except when she came and they was effing. And then she went back home. That's what I'm getting here. A business transaction relationship. Because that's all this person is used to doing. And like I said, it's going to take some time for you guys to come to a compromise where this person won't railroad you. Somebody here is going to be the Queen of Wands. Someone here is going to be the King of Pentacles, right? And the King of Pentacles is coming through as your person, where it's kind of like, I make the money, I make the decisions. You're kind of like, no, using your charms and your feminine wiles. Guys, I can't. To get them to move your own way, and there's something about you that's so tempting. This person, like, I feel like they're easily swayed with SEX, especially with this intimacy card coming through. That's going to be what the connection is based around, that attraction. And that's what Christian wanted. He was so attracted to Anna, and he didn't know why, but he was willing to explore it until she turned his life on his head. And she was like, but anyway, I keep getting distracted. There was a business dinner Anna and Christian had where she came dressed in like a body hugging dress, and her heels and her hair done and makeup on, lipstick up. And she came there and said, no touching. This is a business meeting. She sat across from him in this big long table at his job, and she was going through everything as if it was a business transaction, but the contract would be their relationship moving forward. Sis never signed the contract, child. Christian was so intoxicated and tied up in her. At one point, he was like, F the contract. And the contract was never signed. She never agreed to anything. And they ended up becoming a regular couple. But it took Anna had to really stand her ground and say, no, I'm not doing this. No, I'm not doing that. I'm uncomfortable with this. No, why must I do this? Asking questions, holding this person accountable is going to be the connection. And eventually they had their happy ever after, right? After some turbulence in the connection. That's what I'm getting. This person may want it to start off as a business transaction, and I just saw 33, but they need to learn it's a partnership. We're in this together. It's not just you and me. We're like trying to build a life together. You're not going to sit here and tell me what I can and can't do and this and that. So just, this person, fight them for me. Because they're already getting on my nerves, child. Like, you may want to slap them. You may want to be like, oh, you're so annoying. Like I said, this person's going to frustrate you. Like, don't piss me off. I kept saying that. They're going to frustrate you. You're going to be like, oh my gosh, why am I dealing with this person? Why am I dealing with this person? Until you realize, okay, maybe I like them. Maybe I could deal with this. Maybe da-da-da-da. And then, like, once you stand your ground, the Queen of Wands is known for getting what she wants, okay? The King of Pentacles thinks he holds all the power. He does not. You're going to smile at them, bat your eyelashes, withhold the puss. And then they're going to fold every single time. Or they're going to leave. And if they leave, bye. But I feel like there's something there about them being so wrapped up into that they're not going to want to leave. Okay. This is quite interesting. Okay. That is what's coming through for you guys. Let me pull some cards from this deck here. Oh my Lord. This is funny. We have pets. You guys can get a pet together. Getting a new pet, giving a current pet more love. You guys could introduce your pets to each other. That would be adorable. Wouldn't that be? And look at, she has a little cat rubbing up against her in this photo here. So that could be important. So you could have a black cat. Or this person could, like, I don't know, pets. Maybe y'all into some kinky stuff where you're a pet or something and they could call you pet. I do know some English people that use that as like a term of endearment. I'm like, what am I saying? Yeah. Here we have patience. You're gonna have to learn how to have patience with this person if you want the connection to work. Like I said, it may not last long, but Anna and Christian have their happily ever after, even though it was a, book. So maybe, with some change and you holding your boundaries firm and really sticking it to them, they're going to learn how to compromise, right? Here we have liar. Be careful if someone's sneaky. That's what I was saying with this person, like knowing what to say and knowing how to come out of a situation, getting more than they gave. They're a smooth talker. One thing about Hamilton, he was good with his words. So just be careful with that, with this person. And then we have water sign coming through: Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. That could be important as well. This person could be a Cancer, Scorpio, and a Pisces. With this person having so much Wands energy, I'm not surprised you're going to be beating them up. You're going to have to whip them into shape because they're just so used to, like, strong-arming everyone to doing what they want, and that's not going to work with you. Especially because you're the Queen of Wands. It's not going to work. I'm not going to be doing all the work. If you want to be with me, you better step up and stop playing in my face. It's your energy, and they're like, you know what, I might just want to be with you. Okay, I'll compromise. But they are a provider, but they may be very demanding about what they'll do in order to give you a soft life. Child, don't piss me off. I'm telling you. A calculating mofo y'all got here. Good luck. Here we have the mirror. This person could be a mirror for you, which is why they frustrate you so much. Whew. Okay, we have the mirror, self-reflection, a writer, and a bigger picture. On the card, it says, did you forget all you had to go through to be you? Yeah, you're like, I've been through too much in my life. Or maybe maybe you're the problem. Who the frick knows? But based on what we learned from them, they're very much going to be a problem. But I do feel like they come from it comes from a good place. But it's still, don't deal with nothing that you don't want to deal with, okay? But you're kind of like, do you know who I am? Like, do you know who you're dealing with here? You think you're gonna come in and like tell me what to do? And the one thing that Christian loved that he didn't realize he loved about Anna was that she didn't do what he just said. It gave him a challenge to work through. So you're gonna be the challenge for them, and they're used to conquering every challenge, but not you. You're gonna give them a run for their money. And I love that feeling because they need this in their life, this person here. Yeah. Give them a run for their money. One more card, please. Or two more, at least. What will this relationship between them be like? It's going to be a reflection. Like I said, it's going to remind you of a past connection where this person was toxic. But this person is not as toxic, if they're toxic at all, as this other person. They're just going to trigger you a little bit. Or a lot of it, child. Who knows? Two more. Exactly what I wanted. Appreciate you. Here we have acceptance. We love this at the end of this reading because it says letting go, water, non-resistance. Both y'all gonna have to let go because both y'all want to be right. Both y'all like, winning, and a connection's not about winning. At the end of the day, we're a team. We're on the same team. If I win, you should win too. There's nothing about me winning against you. No. Anyway, you can let go now. Surrender to what is. There will be some patience and some surrender in this connection, okay? Like I said, whether it lasts forever or not, we shall see. Or you will see, but, And then we have the awakened dead. Interesting. Resilience, nirvana, and self-appreciation. The card says, the things that almost broke me were the things that almost woke me. Or, I keep reading it wrong. The things that almost broke me were the things that most awoke me. Okay. That's definitely going to be a big, theme in this connection here. You guys think that you're going to break and you're not going to make it work. But when you break and when you think you can't go anymore, you just break even more. You surrender even more. You fall even more. And then the thing that happens at the end is you realize that, hey, this connection happened exactly as it was supposed to. I was supposed to grow. I was supposed to heal. You were supposed to grow. You were supposed to heal, with that Six of Swords coming through, right? And now here we are, healed, happy, in love, buying a huge house at the end of the 50 Shades of Grey movie with one baby and another one on the way. And it wasn't easy, but we're here. You know, that's beautiful. I love it. But yeah, there's something here about the things you think you're not ever going to get through, you do get through. When you're on the other side, you can look back and say, oh, we almost didn't make it here. Can you imagine? But we did, you know, as a team together. Okay, period. So that's what I have for you guys. I hope this reading resonated. For whatever reason, I'm being called to this 16 here. What is 16 in the tarot? After the devil, what is 16? Is it the Tower? Yeah, it is. So there's going to be a lot of like, and at the bottom of some deck, there was a tower. Look, yeah. I'm like, I know I remember seeing the tower. Oh, yes. But look how the tower is still standing. There's just a little bit of fire. You're going to put out the fire. And then from one window, there's fire. The next window, there's rainbows. Yeah, this is going to be a very turbulent connection, guys. Buckle up, buttercup, okay? It's going to be fun, though. It's going to be sexy, sweaty, hot, frustrating. But at the end, if you guys know how to make it work, it'll work really well, okay? So I hope this reading resonated. If it did, feel free to like, comment, subscribe, hype the reading, share the reading, whatever it makes you feel good, you know? Support me. If you love me, I love you. If you want to book a reading with me, you could always do so using my email in the description box below. But yeah, I hope you're having a beautiful, wonderful day whenever you're watching this reading. And as always, I will see you gorgeous people in the next one. Mwah. Bye. Hello, my gorgeous group threes. Welcome to your reading. Today, we're going to be getting into a message for the singles. What's next in love? Who and what will the connection be like with them? We're going to hop right into it. Okay. So for my group threes, please spare. Ooh, we have the 10 of Cups. Wow. And I wasn't sure for a second there because I was shuffling the cards and the 3 of Swords at the bottom of the deck. Okay. I don't remember if it was upright or in reverse, but it was annoying me. I'm like, I don't like that. But it didn't stay there for long, okay? But still, 10 of Cups. What can you tell me about their person, please, Spirit, about their person? This is a very happy, settled individual. They want a family. Yes, 7 of Cups. They're a daydreamer. They daydream about their forever a lot. Who will they be marrying? What will their kids be like? That kind of thing. Where will they live? What will home life be like? This person's very much thinking about that quite often. You have Temperance in reverse, maybe too much. This person could be a little bit like imbalanced. What's the proper way I can say that? Not imbalanced, but off-kilter maybe. Off-kilter. I heard something with off-kilter. Unconventional. They don't do things the way other people do them. This person can sometimes be a little unreasonable as well, maybe. We have the 8 of Swords. Ooh. Maybe not unreasonable, just... Let me sit in this energy a little bit more. There's like a specific thing coming through. I don't want to rush through it and miss the plot. Maybe unsurety? Like doubt? This person doubts themselves a lot, or they doubt that they're going to find love. But this is just who they are as a person. Let's see what else comes through for them. They could come from a good, happy family, and that could be something that unsettles them. That they still haven't found love. What card flipped over? Yeah, the Queen of Cups. Yeah, this person's just a little baby. They're just a little cinnamon roll. And they just want love, and they want to be happy and in love, and they haven't found it yet. This person has been like hoping for this for a long time. This person's very good. They have a good work ethic. And then we have the Lovers coming through as well, but it's in reverse. This person feels lonely. Ow, my arm. Ow. Oh my gosh. Like this person could like, they're serious about love, and they feel like they're missing like a limb without it. All of a sudden my poor hand started hurting, like what she did. Not even my hand, like my arm, where my arm begins. My arm meets my shoulder, I should say. And that's where my limb would be if it were to be cut off. I would lose that limb. Maybe, this person's like, I feel like I'm missing a limb without this love that I've been, searching for my whole life. Bendito, so small. So little. Oh. Okay. This person could have had a previous long-term connection that they thought was gonna go the long run. They could have even been married to this person with a kid, and it didn't go the way they wanted it to. And now it kind of feels like they're lost and they don't really know what to do, kind of thing. Because the Temperance card in reverse is what's really getting me. I'm like, why is that in reverse? The Temperance card is all about being in balance and flow, doing things in moderation, like that kind of thing. This person could, I don't know. I should clarify for that, actually. Give me a second. Can I get a clarifier for the Temperance? Why is Temperance in reverse, please? Spirit, why is Temperance in reverse? 9 of Wands. They could work too much. Yeah, and then we have the Chariot card under that. This person could work too much. So their life is like just work, 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 work. Maybe they're trying to work the pain away or the loneliness away. Whew, that's what I was saying. They have a good work ethic. But good work ethic is like... What do people say? Good work ethic is... like different for everyone. There's a word for that. Like relative, I guess it is. Like good work ethic is relative. It could be they think they have a good work ethic, or they may not think they have a good work ethic. So they're always working more. They may not think they have enough money, you know? Interesting. Okay. They're always working more. Nothing that they do is ever good enough. They're a very sensitive person. They think like perfection is a really big thing for them. And if they don't think something is perfect, like their life or their love life or something, it like bothers them. And the 8 of Swords is that energy. It came out for y'all, right? Yeah, a lot of things bother this person. Like even the smallest of things that would never like really detrimentally affect you or regular people detrimentally affects them. Like their self-esteem, how they feel about themselves really affects how they live their life in the world around them, you know? How their life goes, their mood, stuff like that. Like maybe a very moody person is a sensitive person, sensitive to energies, sensitive to their own shortcomings or downfalls, that kind of thing. This person could also be like really picky as well. They're very sensitive to other people's downfalls and they like, you know, pick them apart a little bit. Very interesting. Okay. Heard you. This is the kind of person that is very understanding to others, but not themselves. They're very hard on themselves. Because there's certain people who like seek perfection, but not from other people, but for themselves. And if they're not perfect or what they did isn't perfect, or if they're not successful and they're not this, then there's something wrong with them. They would meet someone who's like on the same track as them, the same level as them in life and love, whatever, and they'll tell that person, it's fine, your lover is gonna come, like don't worry, don't fret, you're not a loser, you're not a this, you're not a that. And this person is like, they're telling this person all these things, but they are in the same boat and they would never give themselves that same courtesy. They're telling themselves, you're a loser, you're never going to find love, no matter how hard you work towards this. You're always going to be this, you're always going to be that. That's the kind of energy I'm getting from this person, very hard on themselves. They can't see all the things they've done, all the people they help, because this person does help people. Being the Queen of Cups, they definitely do help people. And they're never not satisfied or happy. They're just never, they don't believe that what they do is good enough. They always want to do more, prove themselves more. That kind of thing is coming through for this person here. They're so small. I just want to give them a hug. And look at how in the 7 of Cups, they're wearing a mask. You can see a mask coming through here. So this person has like a mask off with the world. They can look very happy and, you know, satisfied. But I feel like on the inside, this person is like very deeply unsatisfied. Especially in the realm of love. This career could be good because we have the 7 of Cups upright. Not 7 of Cups. The 7 of Cups is here because we have the 7 of Pentacles upright. This person is like an endless dreamer. They dream and they want and they crave, and like nothing is kind of ever, I don't want to say good enough for them, but nothing that they do is ever enough. We're gonna leave it at that. Okay, I don't want to over explain that portion. There's more to this person than just that, right? The 7 of Pentacles, they're a really good worker. They're dedicated. They can put lots of energy into one thing, one person, one something. So this person can be very attentive, right? I'm getting a little bit of Virgo energy from this person because of the perfectionist energy that keeps coming through. And Virgos are definitely like, you know, they're seeing every little thing. When something goes wrong, your mood is changing. This person's there like, are you okay? This person can be a little insecure sometimes. So when they see any mood shift or you're unhappy or you go a little bit quiet, they're going to come running behind you like, are you okay? Are you mad at me? And you're like, no, honey, I'm just tired from work. Are you sure? Are you sure? Because the energy of them always thinking they're never good enough is going to make them think that you don't think they're good enough and make them a little insecure, you know? Oh, I just want to give this person a little hug. They're so small. They're so little. They have so much to offer. They have 10 cups to offer any lover that comes into their life, but they don't see it that way. They always see something missing or something more that could be more. They could be more. Oh, this person, you got to stop them up a little bit for me. Because come on now, what are you doing? No, you're perfect just the way you are. Play the Bruno Mars song. Because you're amazing just the way you are. And when I see your face, there's not a thing that I would change. Because girl, you're amazing just the way you are. Period. This person needs to know that. This person needs that. So when it comes to like words of affirmation and stuff like that, they need that. You know what I mean? Oh, this person's so small. And when you smile, the whole world stops and stares for a while because you're amazing just the way you are. That's coming through for this person. Think of that song is called Just the Way You Are. This person doesn't know that though. This person's like a bright, shining light for so many people in their life. And they would never think that or tell someone, they're like, oh yeah, everyone loves me. I attract people like bees to honey. Everyone feels safe around me. And they would never like big themselves up in that kind of way because they don't believe that. Oh, okay. Don't piss me off. But a very selfless person, nonetheless. They make a great mother, a great father, okay, a great partner in general. They're very overgiving with their energy and time. But there's like certain blockages when it comes to their self-perception that's coming through here. I don't think it's anything that would affect you, but it can affect the connection, especially if you don't believe someone loves you as much as they do. It can get frustrating and kind of put you out sometimes. Like, I'm telling you how much I love you. What's the problem? You know what I mean? Okay, but they're family man, family woman, that kind of thing. We have 9 of Wands coming through. Very stubborn. I'm seeing 11 on the time. This person could be a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. And they could carry all those traits with them. They like working. Because the way he's just standing there looking at all the things he just did, he's like, yeah, I like that. Maybe that's what I like to, that to be useful. And if they don't feel useful, they kind of feel like out of whack or something that is coming through for your person as well. But they did so good. Oh, they're so small. Okay. The Lovers in reverse, we kind of already went over that. They crave love. They want love. Because that's coming out to clarify the temperance. Right, I think so. Or the 9 of Wands and the Chariot card was coming out to clarify the Temperance card. The Lovers just happened to be there along for the ride. Let's get some cards from this deck here. This person can be very like career focused at this moment. We have Caution. Find out more information. Don't overwork yourself. Look at that. Yes, this person overworks themselves. Oh. Oy vey. Why do I smell something burning? Is that my hair? I think so. I smell something burning. And the smell going away. Something was burning for a second. I thought it was my hair because I straightened it this morning. But when I smell it, oh, I smell this beautiful product. When I'm straightening it, it smells like she's burning. But when I'm smelling her, she doesn't smell burnt. Interesting. I smell quite good, actually. Not to my own horn. So this person can smell really good. I've been using this new deodorant, and I just always make sure I smell good because that's important to me. You know, making sure I'm lotion and moisturized, making sure my hair is nice. You know what I mean? Making sure I dress well. That could be important. Presentation is important to this person. Well, yeah, let me stop distracting myself. We have vacation. You will be traveling soon. This person could be a traveler. They're like exploring new places. Anything else we can get for who this person is? The Lovers is the Chariot, is Cancer energy coming through once again. Temperance is Sagittarius energy coming through once again. Not once again, sorry, for the first time actually. And then we have Divorce. Didn't I mention this person could have been married before? Or in a very serious connection at the very least. Here we have experiencing a breakup. This person could be going through all this because they're experiencing a breakup. Like I said, they thought they were going to be with their forever person, but they weren't. It's funny how that comes through. And I'm like, how did I even figure that out? I don't know. It's just, ugh, I just surprise myself every time. This person could surprise you. This is the kind of person who's into like self-deprecating humor and stuff like that, or they tell you they're not perfect and you realize they actually are. You're kind of like, what the heck are you talking about, sir? Or madam? Like, you're literally perfect. And they're like, no, I'm not. And it's just like, yeah, you are. Like, you're perfect for me anyway. What I consider a perfect human being is you. You know, they're kind of like, no, I don't consider myself that way. Okay, well, you are. Don't piss me off. Okay? So yeah, we have Gemini coming through with this card. Temperance is Sagittarius. Chariot card is Cancer. Any other major arcana that came through? This person's tired at that, you know? This person is tired. They could be tired with love, tired with life, tired from working so hard, Lord. Tired from a bunch of different things, honestly. But I haven't yawned in a reading in a long time. So the fact that came through was very, you know, apparent or something. They do wear a mask to the rest of the world. This person could come off as like more stoic to the rest of the world. Because for whatever reason, the Temperance in reverse is kind of giving me how the Temperance is supposed to be Sag energy upright. And that's someone who's always on, a performer. Someone who's loud, you know, a daredevil, a go-getter, an adrenaline junkie. And that's who they kind of show the world they are. But then when it comes time to like being someone who's quite quiet, they're very much more insecure than they let on. Is kind of what I'm getting. Okay. So that's what we got for this person here. They're going through a breakup in their life right now. And it may take them some time to heal from that breakup. This person could be traveling to get over the breakup or just traveling in general. Doing a lot of traveling lately. There's a traveler too. I'm just a traveler. There's something about this person liking, I just heard country music. Because that song just came out of nowhere. That's have to stop myself real quick. I'm like, no, we're not doing this. This person likes water. I meant to say as well. This person could like water, feel a special like connection to water. Being by the ocean, being in the sea, being at the beach, that kind of thing. But what is it? This person could take lots of vacations because they work a lot and they have like, a lot of money saved up. They could have like a vacation fund just for like going places. What was I gonna say? The song that was coming through. I'm just a traveler on this earth. I tuck my heart behind the pocket of my shirt. I just keep going until in the dirt, because I'm a traveler. Yeah, this person traveling is big, and that is like, that tracks because we have Sagittarius coming through. And Sag energy is 9th house energy, which is a student of life who's always learning, always traveling, wanting to know more. Nothing's ever good enough. Nothing is like perfect for them. This person's an overachiever for sure. Okay, so I guess we'll move to the part of the reading where we get into more about the connection you'll have with this person. I guess what we're going to do is move this person. We'll move this up. I want to move it up without doing too much. This is a very happy person. Don't don't make what I say make you think this person's like sad and lonely and crying and withering away. No, this person is lonely. They want a lover, but they're still living their life. They're still working hard. They're still saving their money. They're still experiencing life and all that kind of stuff. They're still going through the ups and downs of the human existence, right? But the Ten of Cups being the first card coming out, they're a very happy person. They make people around them feel safe. They cater to people's emotions. They're definitely a giver, an overgiver, I feel like, with this person. They like to make people happy. Okay. Still card look at the bottom of the deck for this deck, but it's not at the bottom. And then we have the Hangman at the bottom of this deck. Yeah, this person's in a period of like stasis, a period of pause. They haven't been doing much, moving forward much, I guess, in the love specter. Maybe they haven't even been traveling that much either, because they're just like, you know, a little sad and withdrawn. Because of this breakup, they're, you know, incubation. They're becoming a new person. The person after the breakup. They're learning what didn't work, what did work, self-evaluating, that kind of thing, so they can come back stronger than ever. They are that kind of student. They will do their own, like, teaching. They will self-teach themselves. That makes sense, right? Like, not even self-teach. They will teach themselves. Okay, they're self-taught. That makes more sense to me. Look, we have the Three of Swords. Oh no, this may not work out with this person, or this person's working towards this three of. Okay, can I get a clarifier for the Three of Swords before I go all haywire? They said relax. Yeah, you have the Eight of Wands in reverse. Yeah, this connection may not go anywhere. What's coming next in love is this person still experiencing a breakup. They're still going through the pain of a breakup, and it may not lead anywhere. It could, especially if it's a divorce for some of you. It takes some time to unwind and really realize who you are, figure out who you are. You have the Three of Pentacles. Maybe you guys decide to be friends. Or maybe the Three of Swords is this heartbreak will follow them into this connection with you. It's still going to be there, and it may cause things to go really slow. The Eight of Wands is things coming in fast. The Eight of Wands in reverse can be things coming in slow or things on a pause. So maybe you end up being friends with them first before anything moves anywhere because they're still healing. Ooh, that's a lot of cards. Are we sure? But then we have the Seven of Swords. Oh my. Some foul play, you say. Some foul play. That's wild. Then we have the Ace of Pentacles in reverse and the Nine of Pentacles in reverse. This is crazy. Hold on. Let me get some oracle cards to see if these cards are meant to be upright or in reverse. I do believe they're meant to be in reverse, but we shall see. Because it says caution up here for this person. Says caution. And I do believe someone who is out here acting like this, you have sexuality. Are they questioning that as well? Oh, this person's a mess. Oh, Lord. Like someone who's like, so like you have to tell them these words of like affirmation and you know, make them feel better. And it's just like, I'm not your mom, I'm not your pappy. And then we have commitment. It did come out in reverse, but I don't usually take these cards from reverse. I promise I'm not going to find any excuse to make this like this is not going to last kind of thing, but we shall see. Can I have one more card, please? This one to jump up, but we'll keep shuffling. Okay. And we have to let go. Jesus Christ. Make room for the new beginning on its way to you. This person could be trying to do that. Okay, we're going to read it in both ways. The Knight of Cups in reverse is they're not willing or able to give them their heart to someone else ever again. See, that's drastic. Hold on, not ever again. But they're not in the mind state or the emotional state to give their heart away again because it's still healing. They're still heartbroken. So if you were to start something with this person, it would lead to you having to maybe wait or just settle for being friends or like helping them build themselves back up. If that's something you're into, I guess. But if you want someone who's whole and you're whole, and y'all come together and be whole together, that's not this person here. If you want a pet project to fix and build someone up and, you know, be there for them while they're healing, and then maybe after the fact, you guys can start something, great. But based on what the card is saying right now, this person could be, you know, struggling with their sexuality. You know what I mean? This person could be not ready for commitment. This person could want commitment though. They want it, they crave it, they lust for it, but sometimes that's not enough. You got to heal yourself, and they're definitely needing to do that. Okay. At the bottom, we have narcissist in reverse. So we have someone is too full of themselves. I don't think this person's full enough of themselves, honestly. I'm not getting a narcissist, but that came through it. It was in reverse, okay? So now that we have these cards out, put them to the side really quickly. They'll come back out after I'm done reading the tarot cards. So the Ace of Pentacles in reverse is there's nothing to build upon, or all these things come out in reverse means these energies are present, but they're blocked, right? The Ace of Pentacles, which means growing and building upon something, planting a seed that will grow into a fruitful tree, which is the Ten of Pentacles at the end of the suit of cards. Beautiful. But with it in reverse means that no matter how much you water the seed, no matter how far you plant it, no matter how many nutrients you give it, right now it's not going to build into anything because the seed is kind of like empty. How can you say it? Like, barren. There it is. The seed is barren, doesn't have what it needs to grow quite yet. This person still needs to focus on themselves. So if you chose this pile, I'm sorry. It's not giving long-term anything, guys. If you want to be their friend and you want to help them through this transition, that's great. But don't expect anything romantic from this person right off the bat. And this is what's coming next. If you don't want to, if you don't want to claim it, you don't got to. Okay, maybe you need to go do some healing as well. Go do some healing, come back, and maybe you'll feel called to a different path. But as of right now, you're calling in someone who's fresh off a breakup. They're not emotionally ready. They're a little insecure, very off balance, off kilter. They're working too much or traveling a lot. Their environment nor their lifestyle breeds like connection. It's not gonna work. It's not gonna help it grow and thrive, They're a barren seed. Their soul is not rich in nutrients or anything that will help build the seed at all. So you're going to plant your seed here and it's not going to grow. This person could actually be barren. Again, they can't have kids. And that's why they could be really sad as well. That could be something they learned very, very, very specific. That could be something they learned in a past connection that they're barren, that they can't have kids. And that's something they're grappling with. And people who are grappling with things that are that heavy and that drastic are not the best people to be in partnerships with, because they may turn that resentment onto you and turn mean and that kind of thing, or they're just going to be sad all the time, and that's not a connection you want to be in. Someone that's sad, please. Anyway, let me not put my bias on this connection, but that's like, I've been in that situation before where this person's just like, no, I'm not ready, I can't be with someone right now, and you're just trying to be like, it's fine, I'll be there for you until you're ready, and it's just like, I'm tired, I'm bored, I can't. One thing about me, if I'm not getting enough attention, I'm leaving. You must hate me then. And I don't want to be with someone who hates me. I'm leaving, that kind of thing. So not going to be giving you what you need to build a stable tree. They may give you little droplets of water every now and again. They may give you a little bit of, nutrients to, keep you hanging on, a vampire, if you will. But they're not going to fully give you what you need to grow into a beautiful Ten of Pentacles tree that you want to build into. It's not going to give strong roots. It's going to give weak roots, malnourished roots, And it's not their fault, They're still healing from something. They're not fully at their best. They're not at 100% to give to you right now. And that's something I think you will need or want. So that's probably why the Lover's card was come out in reverse as well, where it's like, this isn't your lover. They want love. They may want it and crave it, but they're not ready for that yet. They need to heal a little bit more, okay? So yeah, we have the sexuality, commitment, and let go. Make room for a new beginning. As soon as you meet this person, let them go, child. Do not hang on to this person. Let's get a little bit more messages. Don't want to spend too much time, not too much, on this. We have memento mori. Life, presence, depth. The meaning is in the middle. And then we have 22 coming through. Look at how we have the Lover coming through. Aphrodite, passion, abundance. It fell out, but I'm not taking it. So just, give me a second. I just happened to see it, and I'm glad the Lover came out in reversed here. And look at how we have someone in the middle of life and death. That's crazy that we have this coming through, and that's what I was kind of getting. They're in the middle of ending a past connection, trying to build a new life from that connection, but it's kind of like you need more time on your own before you're able to like start something new, or you should spend more time on your own. Like, everyone listens to that. You should be on your own for a little bit before you go searching for love and all that. Everyone just wants to jump straight into the next connection, And it's not going to be good for you, group 3, so don't allow them to do that. You have power, you have a say. Okay, anything else? And it's kind of like finding meaning from being in the middle phases of something, not being at the end or the beginning. You're smack dab in the middle. Okay? So, you know, cherish that middle ground, that middle earth, and figure out what you need to figure out. Figure out what's going on, how you can move on, how you can open yourself back up, what went wrong in the past connection. And then, you know, maybe something can happen at the end of that cycle, but you're still smack dab in the middle of something, or this person is. And don't get caught up in the middle of something, like they say. Don't get caught up between two lovers, or, you know what I mean? We have grow together, community, connection, reciprocation. Find those who inspire you to bloom. So if this person does inspire you to bloom and you want to sit beside them and be their friend until these cards can be upright. Because like I said, this person make a great partner. They make a great person to be with. But in the stage they're at right now that's coming through, maybe not for you, maybe not now. If you're willing to wait with them and grow with them and be their friend for now. Because we have the 3 of Pentacles coming through. So I feel like you guys may agree to like be friends for now. And you'll be there with them if they need to vent and all that kind of stuff. You'll be there for them. Nobody's saying they don't deserve connection at all. But when it comes to romantic, if that's what you want and what you want right now, it's not going to happen with this person. If you're willing to wait and see where things go and be there for them and, you know, grow together, then cool. But right now, they're in the middle of this death and new beginning and new life. And if you want a new life immediately, to grow old together and have kids and get married and be serious, I don't think it's in the cards. But if you want to grow together with them and be friends first, and that's something that's important to you in a connection of being friends before anything else happens, then this is the right reading for you. One more card, please, Spirit. Can we get one more card for what this connection between them will be like? I'm hearing slow and steady wins the race, so it may take some time. Jeez. Please just be 2. I don't want 3. 2, perfect. Here we have acceptance, letting go, water, non-resistance. And now I'm getting kind of split energy here. Even though you're all watching the same reading, for some of you, this may go somewhere. For others of you, it may not. That's something that keeps coming through strong. Because we have 1 second, commitment. Then the next second, let go. Then here we have grow together. And then we have acceptance, let go, coming through again. Which one is it? I guess it's up to you. Okay, so you can let go now. Surrender to what is. Yep. And then this last card, we have the awakened dead. So another thing about being alive but not being really alive. It says resilience, nirvana, self-appreciation. This person, didn't we say they need more of that in their life? They need more self-appreciation. Not appreciation from other people, but for themselves. And sometimes we do deserve love where we're at, but it's not giving, it's growing where it's at right now, or where they're at right now. It's going to take some time for it to grow. Like I said, if you have the patience, be my guest. But the things that are, oh, no, hold on. Don't piss me off. The things that almost broke me were the things that most awoke me. Bars. So this could lead to you guys like almost breaking each other, or like, I don't know, leading to maybe them losing you, so it wakes them up and makes them heal. And you're like, okay, I'm going to leave. If you can heal and come find me. It's kind of like if you love someone, let them go, and if they come back to you, they were meant to be yours. That's what I'm getting here. If you tell them, well, I want to be with you too, but not how you are right now. Yeah, I'm going to have to leave and go do my own thing. And, you know, this person might have to travel, do want to eat, do want to go on a eat, pray, love journey, find themselves. And then if you guys were to ever find your way back to each other, then you guys know it was meant to be, kind of thing, you know? But it's not giving right away. It's not giving meat, fall in love, happy ever after. It's giving meat, fall in love, get your heart broken, leave, come back. Some of you, this could be an ex that you went through a breakup with, and they did go on their eat, pray, love journey, and they, you know, healed, now they're coming back to you. That would be so wild if it was. Let me know if the person I was describing up here sounds familiar at all, right? Because if it is coming, and then this lover in reverse could be someone who was a lover and you guys didn't, and you guys aren't together anymore. That could be a big message for some of you. This could be a lover you let go of, you broke up with, and they had to go find themselves a little bit more, and now they're back and they're like, hey, commitment, right? You told me to find each other again, we would be together. Yeah, that's coming through now towards the end of the reading. I'm like, some of them are saying let go, some of them saying commitment, but the energy is the same for who this person is. So it's giving some of you may already know this person, you did let them go, and now they're coming back in, right? So this person could be someone from the past. Others of you, you'll meet this person, stay friends, stay cordial, but no romantic feelings, no kissing, no nothing like that. And then when they finally heal, they're ready to do something and be something serious, they're going to come back and say, hey, I'm ready now. And then this can go somewhere. But that's what I have for you guys. I hope it resonated. If it did, feel free to like, comment, subscribe, join the tribe. We'd love to have you. Hype the video if you feel called to do that. Share as well if you feel called to do that. If you do feel called to book a reading with me, you can do so using my email in the description box below. Just shoot me an email. We'll go from there. But I hope you're having a beautiful, wonderful day whenever you're watching this reading. And as always, I will see you gorgeous people in the next one. Mwah. Bye.